All right, before I cut this bitch. All right, we are starting in 5, 4. Oh my God. Welcome back to Same Mom, Different Dads. I am Coty.
And I am Julian.
Today we have a guest that goes by the name of Jaycee, and he's from a podcast of his own. Jaycee, tell him who you are, where you're from, and what that podcast is, please.
Hi, I'm Jaycee Queen. I come from the Holesome podcast, which you can find on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Drop the W. It's not important. HOLE. Yeah, drop that W fast, okay? And I come from San Antonio, Texas, born and raised, moved around. You didn't ask me for my memoir, but went to New York, Denver. Now I'm here in Los Angeles, California with you two.
Okay, well, welcome to Los Angeles, and welcome to...
I've been here for 5 years.
Okay. Welcome to
day one.
He flew in for this.
I couldn't wait. I thought you said that you were from here. No?
No, San Antonio. I was born and raised. I'm a Texas girl all the way. Was there for 18. Yeah, giddy up. 18 years, and then I moved to New York, back to San Antonio, worked at Target, and then I went to So Important. I went there for 2 weeks. It was a very important part of my branding, and then I moved to Denver, and then now I've been in LA for 5 years.
She's been around the world.
But wait, y'all are from here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but where exactly in
The Valley.
The 818.
Yeah. Did y'all see that robbery that happened at Topanga?
We did. We used to work there.
Okay, so when
My heart was pounding.
When I was asking that question, that was one of my questions. So
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay. I'm already jumping into
Yeah, we used to work them all for a while. So watching that was wild for us.
It's a little traumatizing, and they also did it at the Gucci store at Bloomingdale's in Century City.
Oh, okay, yeah. I saw that.
I'm like, what are they gonna do about this?
The ghetto.
Oh my gosh.
Now, what are they gonna do about this?
Well, welcome to Hollywood, where our studio is located.
I will say, in Hollywood, I was shocked. I went to Trader Joe's because I've peed 3 times, as you guys have already experienced with me. Within the last, y'all said that at the same time.
Too many times.
In the past 30 minutes, I have like the smallest bladder in America. I went to the Trader Joe's bathroom and it was gorgeous. I mean, seriously stunning. Better than my bathroom, and it's clean.
You were ready to eat lunch in there.
I was going to eat off the floor, but I didn't.
Thank God.
So the bathroom might have been gorgeous, but it was kind of musty up in the store.
And dusty, just to give it a little rhyme. Yeah.
Well, we like to welcome our guests and loosen them up by playing a little game that we call...
Loosen up the guests from the Wholesome.
For the Wholesome
I'm pretty loose.
Let's loosen up that Wholesome podcast guest. And to start with our game, This or That.
Okay.
And with summer almost coming to a close here, we have a little bit of opportunity to get this in. Are you more of a beach day or a pool day?
I'm more of a pool because I don't like sand in my toes.
Same. I hate sand.
And then it goes into your car, if you're familiar.
You want to know what happened to me yesterday? I went to the beach and I like rarely wear a Speedo. So I had on a Speedo or whatever.
Gross.
And then I'm like walking and I was like, I feel like I got like sand in my ass. So then I'm like, I like lift out like one cheek and I'm like hitting the sand out. And then I like go to the other cheek and I'm like hitting the sand out. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just felt like there was more. So
I put my phone out and I just started shaking at the sand.
No, so like I put my hand in my crotch and bitch, a handful of pebbles came out from under my ball sack.
How did that happen? Were you
I was in the water.
Did you sit in the water?
No, it was kind of rocky.
I literally have no comment for this.
I don't even know how you can manage that. Well, guys, his ass is eating, so eating sand.
All right, next question.
It's still delectable. It's a little rocky. It's Rocky Road.
I stopped liking the beach like when I was a kid because in summer camp I went and I got sand in my sandwich and I was so upset because I bit into it.
Not a sandy sandwich.
Yeah, it was. That's why I don't
crunchiness.
like it. Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
He said, I know this wasn't the Lay's I added.
Wait a second. I have a friend. It's on one of our episodes on the Wholesome podcast. We did this episode called Confessions where we just confessed all the truth. Like we literally, every single thing I can ever think of, I told the truth. One of my friends eats sand when he goes to he gets a little, so he goes and he just like nibbles on it. My friend, you already know I put this out there, Adrian. I love you. You're so fun.
You did
like,
not
shout out to you. Like no much love, like no hate. And he was being so real and honest. And he told me he'll just like get a little sand sometimes and just like chew on it.
Has he not thought about going on that show? My
Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction.
Because we were just watching that toilet paper girl eating.
I saw that, and she was eating it.
She ate that shit like Pringles.
That's
Pringles
crazy.
sponsor them, okay, guys?
I wonder, like, what's the explanation for that? Because, like, you know, like studying the psychology behind it, like.
First of all, your enamel.
Your what?
Yeah.
Enamel.
The
your
enamel on your
teeth.
teeth. Okay, wait. Can I ask you guys a question? I know this is y'all's show, but what is y'all, if you could say your strange addiction would be something, what would it be?
I don't know. Well, actually, I like to feel food on my front teeth. So whenever I eat, I move the food around and like make sure it's.
That makes so much sense.
You know what? Because what?
You smack so
All
much.
right.
And I guess that's what's happening. I never knew the mechanism behind it.
The psychology.
Yeah.
What's yours so we can move on?
I mean, I don't have like a strange addiction, I would say. I mean, I bite my nails when I get anxious, mainly in traffic.
Me too.
Yeah.
Only in traffic, and I'm always in traffic.
Especially now that the pandemic,
no
like I
nails.
used to bite them like way more, but it's now that like we're like keeping our hands a little bit more clean, it's still a nasty habit, but only in traffic. And then random thing, a while ago, like I found like a little like All About Me book that I made like in elementary school, and it said my favorite scent, and I put cardboard boxes.
Not like bergamot. Or
Yeah, it literally says my
tobacco.
favorite scent is cardboard box.
Wow. So you would
That's
sniff
weird.
the cardboard box,
Yeah.
essentially.
It has an interesting smell.
Do you still sniff cardboard boxes?
I smell a lot of things before I like. I'm like an animal when they're like trying to like figure it out. I'm definitely real quick to be like, but I try to do it low key now because it is frowned upon everyone's face right now. But I'm like,
Yeah. No. Okay. So I'm the same way. I have a weird obsession with bad smells. If there's something that smells bad, I'm very curious about it. And I
so
would
you like farts?
No, I'm never curious
Okay.
about those. Or poop. But I love like a scent, or if I don't like a food, I'll still smell it because I'm curious, or if it's expired. If it's expired, girl, give it to my sense, girl.
Oh, whoa.
I know, which was trippy because that's how I found out I had COVID years ago, was I was just out smelling things. But girl, I wasn't able to smell.
And it stopped.
She's like, I can't smell.
The dream was not
I got COVID. I can't smell.
Because I know what this spoiled milk smell like.
Anyway, back to this or that, please. Okay.
distracting.
So, do you think you find more hotties on Instagram or Twitter?
Okay, I'm demisexual actually. So that's what the question you were asking me before. It's really rare that I find somebody attractive, like hot. I know. So it's something that I like didn't know too much about myself until a lot later on in life. And I always thought I was like a freak or a weirdo because like people can be on Grindr and scroll and they'd be like, this guy's hot, this guy's hot. And I'm like writing notes. I'm like, interesting. I should say that too because that means that he's hot. I didn't know. And later on in life, it wasn't until last year or 2 years ago when I found out from a friend of mine, Ernesto, shout out to you. He told me, he was like, I think you're demisexual. And basically I kind of prioritize personality over looks. I'm getting real deep into that, huh? He's like, so do you like it on Twitter or do you like it on Instagram?
It wasn't either or, babes.
But I can watch Pornhub and go, like, ready to break. Girl, all of a sudden my senses come
I guess we should have asked if you were a spit or a lube.
I
But girl, I will jump on Pornhub and XTube and it's, I find everybody attractive.
Okay, so you're neither. You're a Pornhub.
Oh yeah, because my boyfriend looks at Twitter porn. He loves Twitter porn.
I just asked about hotties, but okay.
Hi, mom.
I would say more Instagram hotties.
Okay.
Yeah, but even then, like, you know, like you have like your explore page or whatever. Whenever a straight hottie pops up, I always mark uninterested.
No.
You could do that?
I don't want. Oh yeah.
You go through your explore page?
Well,
Tell me
yes.
more.
I love my explore page.
I am trying to chain myself from my explore.
First of all, show him your explore page.
Because my explore page, while he's looking this up, I will just go, because you have to go there first to press search, right? Well, mine's always either the Kardashians, which I don't even look at very much, or memes and funny things. So I look at that all the time. I wish I had my phone, but it's over.
Mine is like a mix
Wi-Fi is
of all
also-
that.
This is my explore page.
Oh, wow. You really look at men, huh?
You are really gay.
So Instagram is your answer. So
No, I
wow.
love Twitter hotties. I feel like more of them are on Twitter.
So how do you go to Twitter then? Do you go like on Instagram and then you get directed to their Twitter? Like how does that work? Because I'm not on Twitter.
Just the people you follow.
It's more of like what the algorithm brings you. Like, do you like your Instagram algorithm people or your Twitter algorithm?
Do you like things on Instagram? Because that's how your Explorer populates.
Somewhat. I comment before I ever double tap. I usually comment a lot of people's pictures.
Oh,
that's engagement though.
But not like
sometimes I forget to like it.
Not the people you follow. This is more of like,
oh no, I don't ever randomly like anything else.
Oh,
so yeah,
your page is boring.
Yeah, so very. She I wear my veil, and I'm just like, holy is thou. But even when I'm single, like I'm never like, that's a fucking lie. I have. Why would you lie on this thing? I start talking to myself, but I do like I have. If a guy follows me, and this was in the past, babe, Michael, I have a boyfriend. But in the past, when I was single, if a cute guy followed me, I would go and I would start double tapping all the things that I like just to let him know, get the bait going.
Oh, of course. That's step one.
Of course, babe.
That's day
week one for me.
So wait, okay, question. Do you double tap all their pictures before you follow, or do you follow and then double tap?
Like before the follow.
Yeah. What I do, I actually I give myself 4 pictures. So I go through their page first and I tap 4 and that's it.
Wait.
And if something happens in return, then I know I can either like more or follow someone.
So what if you picked 4 and you saw another one? You're like, fuck, do you unlike one of them and go to that?
That I risk it and I just like it.
He's like, shit, that was 5.
Right? Because I don't want to seem too thirsty.
He's going to know. He's going to know.
Oh my God.
I definitely I like a few, the ones that stand out to me. I don't give a fuck about counting, bitch. I can be 3, it can be 8, it can be from 80 weeks.
Okay, so this one person that
the dramatic pause. These two both paused, and this is off camera, guys. This could be. I don't know if they do this on camera as much, but one will interrupt and be like, and then the other one will be like, and it'll just be a full staring contest, and I'm just like,
wait, no, okay. So I kind of like this dude who has a huge following. He works in the industry. I know someone who knows him, and he has a huge following. So I didn't think that it was too much, but thinking back now, I liked 50 of his pictures because it was
50.
First of all, we went from 4 to 50, so you went to make a statement.
That's why
don't see me.
That's why I pulled it back.
That's where the 4 rule came from?
Yes.
Girl, they didn't put you in a straitjacket, girl. You were going off the chain.
But he literally has so many followers. I was like, this nigga not gonna see anything that I'm liking. So, but I was just going through his page too. But yeah.
Whoa.
So did he hit
Maybe
you
we
up
should
or
edit
what?
that out.
So did he respond to you?
The bait.
Not then, but some time we passed and then we met up and yeah.
So you're that crazy nigga, huh?
Let's keep this moving.
Okay,
please.
I have a question though.
We are in this or that.
I have one question though about Instagram, and I've always been curious. I'm gonna see you guys' perspective. When an attractive guy follows you, what does that mean? Because let's just say they haven't met you yet before ever, and they see you from another place. Does it mean that they find you attractive, or
yes?
I take it as they find me attractive and they would possibly want to interact. So then we can become mutuals, friends or whatever. Like social media mutuals. That's what we call it on Twitter and all that shit. And then from there, just interact. From if it goes flirty, cool. If it doesn't and it just stays on a friendship level, cool. Because I'm the type towards if we follow each other and we've never met, but you see me in public, hello, come speak, and vice versa. Because at that point, if you don't, then I'm gonna think you're weird.
Yeah. I've always wondered that because I kind of felt a little naive at first. And I was like, oh, they're just following me because they like my bracelet or something. You know what I mean? Not knowing it. And my friends would be like, no, girl, they find you attractive.
Well, that's your demisexual speaking.
I just didn't know. I had no clue. I was like, oh, they find me physically attractive. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
That's why I give myself the 4 rule. If something happens after that, then I know that I can follow them.
My favorite thing about their relationship is sometimes Coty, and even Julian does this to Coty. Also, what I've noticed is y'all look at each other like each other are Martians, even though you lived with each other.
Did you just look at me like I was
Julian does that way more than I do.
Yes,
though. Julian does that way more.
And then y'all will be like, like y'all are thinking, and it's a read.
What?
But it's also an acknowledgement and then a confusion.
Well, aliens are real.
More,
so
yes.
You guys have to see them off camera because it's literally the same thing.
Too much. Okay. Real Housewives of Atlanta or Real Housewives of Potomac?
Real Housewives, that's easy. Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Who's your
Potomac got me
favorite?
anno-
Even currently.
I just say this out loud.
Right? Can y'all hear that?
I like the mess.
It's a little loud outside.
Get out of here.
Why was it the first time I heard that?
I only like Kim not because I like Kim. I just like what the mess.
Kim?
I like psychology
Kim?
mess. She's a
That
mess.
Kim. So the hold out monkey with a wig on.
Yeah, well, of course Nene because like she's like memeable.
Iconic,
She's like
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
For TV. What's y'all's favorite?
I would
love-
say Atlanta for sure, like overall, but lately, the past like few seasons, like Potomac has been
Really?
giving.
Well, Atlanta's kind of like quiet now, huh?
Yeah. And Potomac, they got like husbands on Grinder, husbands smacking producers' ass, telling them they want to suck
That's the same
dick.
person.
Yeah. And then Karen allegedly cheating on her husband with somebody named Blue Eyes. It's going down.
What's with the rappers also like being low key as well? So I
The
really
rappers, what do you mean?
Okay, let's see if he's more specific. I saw online, I was just, typing up a storm, and I love getting on YouTube and just going in a circle and just going down a hole. And
Wholesome.
but I was reading about Diddy. Are y'all familiar with that artist? And
Well, yes.
yeah. I don't want anybody to come for me and on his team, but I was hearing a lot of accusations.
Oh, that he was.
Gay on the low.
Yeah. They've said that.
They said
in the
that, but I've
media
also
before.
heard about it other rappers. But we don't have to go that because we don't want to get
Yeah.
slapped with the lawsuit.
I can't.
So it's just,
No. Yeah. Mimosas or Bloody Marys.
Mimosas easily, yeah. It's obvious. What about you?
I love a good Bloody Mary though, especially like if you're hungover and like it's a good morning. Like
It tastes like seasoned tomato juice.
I love
not
a
dough.
Bloody Mary.
I'm
not even a michelada.
No.
I love michelada.
I just don't like tomato saucy pasty stuff. If I'm having a drink, I want to be like not like.
But it's satisfying though,
That's
because
exactly
like,
what it tastes like.
you're drinking and you're eating almost at the same time.
I can swallow. Let me let you know that. And-
Let's keep it moving because we're kind of behind.
I mean, what do we expect for with our guests from the Wholesome podcast? Once again, no W. Don't get
twisted.
Back to this or that last one. There have been some large stadium tours going on lately, and they are making their way to LA. One girl just made her way out, another one's making her way in. So Beyonce or Taylor Swift?
Beyonce easily for me.
T.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. I love the costumes that she's changed each single time she's on tour.
Yeah.
There's like either a local designer or some other designer that she's like focusing on and highlighting. I like Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swiftie necessarily.
Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns, nice gowns, lovely gowns. But she's an amazing artist, obviously. Yeah, that's it. I think that's all I want to say.
No,
about that.
same. I respect her for who she is, what she does, but Beyonce all day
Every day.
over T Swift. Yeah.
Every
I don't know who
hour.
Taylor Swift is. Yeah.
You don't know
But
who Taylor Swift
no,
is?
like she literally has never piqued my interest like at all.
Okay.
Oh no, I love like Style by her is so good.
Okay, Style is my one Taylor
Man,
Swift
is that the
song.
shirt? T-shirt.
Yeah.
She's like t-shirt, blue jeans. Every country song in
blue
America.
jeans.
But speaking of like the costumes, like I kind of don't like how it switches up so much.
I like it.
I don't even like not even just Beyonce, but just in general. Like I love how like back in the day, like when an artist went on tour, like citing Janet, like we were talking about Janet earlier, like it's one look, cohesive look every time. It's the same show every time. I love how an artist would just give the same show, the same performance every time. And like, I feel like when it switches up so much, other people miss out on that.
But the only thing is that now
that's
with the
it.
birth of the internet, we are so exposed to day one of the show. So they have to keep it interesting because if
Right.
they don't, then it's like.
But are you performing
Like
for the
early-
internet? Or are you performing for
well,
that
the
moment?
internet
Is the masses.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, if the internet didn't exist, they would be able to do it. Like back in the day, Janet didn't have phones up in her face recording every single.
But still, Janet still has the same costuming in her shows.
Yeah, well, maybe she's not. Nobody's
Well,
recording.
she comes from a different era.
And their
What do you mean
generation.
nobody's recording Janet? Everybody's recording Janet.
Of course, but that generation is not putting out their phones like the generation.
Yes, they are.
They're not posting it on Twitter.
I don't know why you're
Janet is
yelling.
on Twitter.
No, I said that generation is not posting it on Twitter as
Like that
much.
generation-
No, Janet gets posted for sure.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Feedback.
But I will say, you know, like a little bit in Beyonce's defense, the costumes change, but the vibe of the act is still there
100%.
per the costume change.
It's giving money. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Y'all are familiar
There
with...
is no budget with Beyonce.
There is.
Well, the
What's the
tickets are
budget?
$1,500 a pop, so
Have
she
you-
wearing your Club Renaissance ticket.
Have you guys heard of Dula Peep? Dula Peep.
Familiar.
So every time I'd always see people post about her show, it was always that Mugler shiny outfit that was skin tight. And I was like, I'm just tired of seeing it. I don't need to go to the show anymore and get tickets because I've already seen the concert. So Beyonce and Taylor Swift, they need to like make it exciting to people, entice them to want to buy tickets. by
Taylor
giving them a new
Swift
show.
changes what she wears.
Oh, her
Yeah,
outfits
did
are
you
all
not
the
see
different.
that she was trending for like 2 days because her dress was blue, and then her fans saw that as an announcement of her doing, I want to say, the 1989 Taylor's version, and then this was literally mid-concert trending that her dress was blue, and then later on in the concert she revealed that she was doing exactly what that signified, and the fans called it out, and that trended for like 2 days.
You literally just said mumbo jumbo to me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's still on the topic of outfits and tours.
I don't
and-
know what 1989, like, what is blue? Why is that?
It's her album.
But we're talking about the significant. Anyway, now back to Beyonce and the last little bit of this. Have you been familiar with how she does the look around, everybody on mute? Exactly.
You know what I mean? Okay, so I feel so bad going to the shows where somebody is talking on her mute. First of all, Beyonce asked you to stop talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't talk.
I
correct?
saw her in London and I did not mute.
The Aries was loud.
No, I was actually just like in the moment and I was litty and
This is so on brand. It's sickening.
and I was not on mute. And like in the moment I was like, fuck, I should have like shut up. But
Were
I
you
didn't.
already going big?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I kept going. And I was,
Plus,
but
this
everybody
was-
wasn't like mute either. Like it was still like a thing that was like still happening.
Right, because in your defense, this was very early in the tour.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Had we seen what was going on TikTok and everything, knowing that
Yes.
you were supposed to not talk, there was one. Was it
People getting
Detroit or
cursed
what?
out.
Huh?
People getting cursed out.
People were getting pissed.
Yeah.
But and rightfully so, because I mean,
Yes.
she has the whole show set up on purpose. But the sweet thing, I love watching her on this tour. I've seen some clips where she's like being goofy and silly. And like, I feel like that image of being perfect at all time, that perfect,
It's-
still Beyonce.
yeah.
I love that we get to see the old, funny, silly,
I was
quirky
telling him
Beyonce.
that the other day because before, like when this tour started, I was like, it feels like this is her last tour. Like if it's not her last tour, then for a while this is gonna be her last time touring. But like seeing how like she came over to the States and like her entire just like persona switched up. Like she doesn't seem as mystique. Is that the word?
I think I see what you
Like
mean.
she doesn't like in the past, like you really don't hear from her. And like especially on this tour, like she's fucked up so many times, laughed it off, like done some like really quirky things.
If you will.
But like in past tours, she is very precise. Like she doesn't really talk to the crowd that much. So I feel like this is a different era that she's going into, and I feel like there's way more to expect from her.
And it's nice. I think also, I'm not sure if she considered this at all, so I'm just going to say, I'm just making this up. But like with somebody as personal as Taylor Swift going on at the same time, I don't know if she has that same pressure to be like, let me make sure I'm like as personable. I don't know.
I heard
Beyonce's
that
always
Taylor
been
Swift
still.
is being like more personable too, or
Yeah.
maybe she already has been.
She's always been,
So it's
yeah.
cool for them both to like have that same vibe.
It is so cool that two women who are running the music industry going at the same time and they're still
Stadiums.
killing it
Yeah.
at the same time. We have to honor that.
Agreed.
I guess. But shout out to Atlanta. Sometimes we give y'all a hard time.
Mainly Julian.
Why?
It goes back to episode, what was it? 3?
Episode three that created something of a huge topic for us in episode 4.
Yeah.
Where
And it was somebody from Atlanta.
we posted a clip, we posted a trailer. It got mistaken for the intent behind it. We deleted it, and then someone
Somebody
in
from
Atlanta, you know who
One
you
of those
are.
messy girls.
You're doing eye contact with the person in Atlanta right now.
Yes, because I know their eyes are on us. No, but you know how when a tweet is up and then you delete it, sometimes it'll still be up for a minute and it'll say this tweet has been deleted.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, so they noticed that we deleted the tweet and they screen recorded it and then posted it again, and they were like, they tried to delete the tweet because they were getting ate up, and then that one got like so much engagement and all that. But anyway,
Yeah. Shout out to Atlanta, though.
shout out to
Because y'all
Atlanta.
got the mute right on the
Yes.
first night that she was out
Okay,
there.
so that was the one that got it correct, because I had seen the one that like they were, because was it? I thought it was Detroit, but I think Detroit screwed up.
no, Beyonce like right after
I
they
think it
did
was
it, she
no.
was like, y'all won, like
Yeah.
right after. That was cute. So I had to tell. So my mom and I are gonna go out here, and I had to tell my mom because like this one that wasn't mute, she has a tendency to be a little chatty as well, like in movie theaters or whatever. So I was like, Mom, oh, I actually recorded.
We were
it.
watching Netflix the other day, last night, and she was like, I'm like tapped in, and she's just asking fucking questions. I'm like, Mom, shut up. I'm trying to watch. Like, aren't you sitting here watching it with me?
Like, girl, start a YouTube if you want to be commentating while watching the show.
You know what her Twitch would eat?
I love 2023 and like the commentary. Like it would not go in 1974.
No. Her Twitch, it would take, if you want to sit there for 4 hours to watch a movie, that takes an hour to watch.
Oh my
but
God.
I told her, I said, Mom, just out of nowhere, I said, when Beyonce says mute, what do? She said, you stop. I said, oh, thank God. Like, she passed the vibe check. But
Day of, she's like, you won't break me.
she done made her own remix. But the pop girlies, and there's another pop girly that's been circulating in the media, Ariana Grande.
I've heard some of her behavior is wicked. Yeah,
wicked.
if you will, you know,
Yeah.
based on that movie she's doing.
But it's funny that it's wicked because she's supposed to be the good witch.
But she be bad.
She been being bad.
Yeah.
So her co-star Ethan Slater, they started dating and they ditched their significant others to be with one another.
Is that true? That's confirmed?
I'm kind of.
They are dating.
They are. So I'm kind of curious if I'm going to see both sides of the room. I wonder if they had already both been breaking up already. No, I'm lying.
Maybe one of the couples out of the two.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think both of them just so happened to be
Yes.
in a relationship they were already going out of.
True. I feel like maybe it's more on Ariana Grande's side. They were kind of breaking up. And then the Ethan Slater slide with his, I think, I want to say wife. I don't know exactly if it's wife, fiance, girlfriend, or whatever. But I feel like they were a little bit more solidified in their relationship compared to Ariana Grande. According to the article I read on page 6.
Site and sourced.
Right? Okay. Y'all not about to come for me. So anyway, I just want to talk about home wrecking.
You're like, Jaycee, so what's your take on home wrecking?
Because, I mean, not even so much like Ariana Grande, but there's another girly that was in the media that kind of has a reputation for doing this before.
Who is that?
Alicia Keys.
You said that so fast.
Oh my God. Leave her out of this.
Let her live. She would. So I wasn't aware of this. The only thing I know about her is that she sings that New York song and she lives in Iron Man's house.
You know what? You are not going to do that to Miss Alicia Keys.
Just did it on purpose.
She's iconic.
She's amazing.
She's iconic.
Falling in and out of love. She fell into a man's relationship. But anyway, back to it. Have any of you guys ever wrecked a home?
Oh, I thought you said a hole.
Well, a whole.
Yeah, well, yes.
Well, yes.
Let's talk about that. Have I wrecked? I mean, yes, I have when I was. Oh my God, he's disgusting.
No, I thought about something. So.
I did it when I was 18 though, and I made him hide under the bed. It was a whole situation. But we're tight.
Touching my pearls.
I'm not as tight.
Hold on, you weren't the home wrecker though. You were the cheater.
Both of us were home wrecking each other. I've never home.
Oh, so
So
was
you're a
Ariana
cheater.
Grande.
No.
You're a cheater?
No, girl. This was when I was like 18.
But
But
you didn't answer my question.
Did I cheat? Yes. Am I actively a cheater? No.
Oh.
There's a difference.
Do you believe that once a cheater, always a cheater?
No, because I'm grateful. To be honest with you, I'm grateful that I did it. I mean, honestly, I learned so much about it.
How to cheat.
I was kidding. I learned a skill. No. Michael, I love you. I want to be with you. I call him immediately, frantically. Right. No, I think for me, I needed, I shouldn't say I needed to do it. I understood why I did it. I was desperate for attention. I didn't get validation. That's not the reason, but I was in a bad fucking place in my life. Like, I had to give myself grace when I was 18. This was like, 14 years ago, however old. I'm doing math. I'm 31 years old, so however do the math. But I mean, would I do it again? No, I would not do it again. I would never do something fucked up like that. Yeah. But I did it. And I saw
this tweet that actually is a thought that I always have in relation to like this or just whatever. But it said that people that lack self-awareness have so much fun. and they kind of do.
Self-aware.
I mean, actually, if you think about it, yeah, because they're carefree. They don't go fuck.
Like, you don't know the repercussions of what you're doing.
No.
Well, you know them, but you don't care. You're so in here. You're like, whatever.
So you lack self-awareness. Is that what you're saying? No,
that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm tying it into how.
Oh, I thought you were just saying that you could relate. That's all. I was just not picking what up.
Yeah, because I didn't finish what I was saying. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was saying, I was tying it into how back then Jaycee was doing these things. And I have like friends that have like cheated or whatever too. And they always say like, I wasn't in a good place and this and that. So it's like, it's just that lack of self-awareness just like wasn't there. So can cheaters change and grow? Yes. I feel like they can.
And if I'm in a bad place again, I have the tools to know how to communicate that versus acting on impulse, because that's my only source of understanding myself, which is kind of fucking messy. It's crazy. But you know what? Actually, I'll say this one home wrecking story. I can't be too specific because I promised him I would never. This was like a promise I made to him when I was 20 years old. But
that was a long time ago.
Just don't say names like how you dragged your friend earlier.
He done dragged like 2 friends already.
Everybody's by the chokehold in there, right? On this podcast.
Fine, I'll say their name.
I say it. But he had a wife and he had come to the pool, and I thought he was really hot at the time. He had a friend with him. And my friends were like, I think he's kind of coming for you. Like, he wants you. He ended up going to a gay bar. Then he took me home and gave me a blowjob while I watched Mean Girls.
Not Mean Girls.
I love Mean Girls.
That's
anyway,
so
I felt so bad after that though. Like that was my pit. Like I was after I moved from New York. I was just going through shit, girl. It was just bad. And one of my good girlfriends, we quit being friends because I was so messy. But I was going through destruction mode, girl, and everything in my path was going down. But he and I talked about it. I said, like, I would like to never see each other ever again. And he was like, respectfully so. And there's a picture of his wife around the house. Her what Louis was
his wife.
He had a wife.
Were you not listening?
I was, but it just caught me again.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
How do you pull that?
I actually called my mom crying, and I knew I was that was my lowest point in my life. And then I was like, okay, this is it. I've got to figure this out. And then I read The Power of Now, and the rest is history.
I'm so glad to have you back.
I was told that, I was told that I was messing with a married man, but, so I met this guy at a club one night, and we were just like vibing and like dancing and all this other stuff. And then later that night, he told me that he was married, but they were broken up or whatever. And I was told by a friend that I was being a homewrecker. I was like, but he told me after the fact. So
y'all had already done stuff, or this was before y'all did stuff?
No, this was in the same night. Like we didn't do
before
anything.
Or after y'all's activities.
Actually, we didn't do anything like sexually. No.
Oh, then you're not a homewrecker.
Oh, okay, good.
I think you were flirting with the demon, but like, I mean, hey, like he didn't tell you that, so I think that's like okay. Oh. I wouldn't do it ever again, and I think it's so disappointing when I hear like, I hate to say specifically gays, but I'm around gays so much when they're just bragging about how they're home wrecking left and right on Grindr. I'm like,
gays
guys, like,
love to be messy.
Cute. That's not cute. It's
gays
not a good
love
look.
To be destructive.
And like, look. I'm grateful I had a conscience at the moment, and I was like, okay, I learned my lesson. Did I do it? Yeah. Am I regretting? No, but I learned, and it made me a lot stronger. But I would never do that shit ever fucking again.
No, but then also like from 18 to 20, you're figuring shit out. Like you're making mistakes. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting people. Okay, but like at this big age that we're at now, like it's just a big chop.
Yeah, I think I didn't really have any guidelines on how to be gay. I just was like, I've been covering my dick and hovering over it for so long, trying to be in the closet and like not doing anything with all this energy. I was just exploding everywhere and every chance I got. Whoa. Yeah. It's giving that moment in Scary Movie when he comes on her and she's floating in the ceiling. That's what that moment gave me. I was floating in the ceiling and all my other past lovers did too.
I love it.
Were you changing your panties at least? You had the Wednesday ones on Sunday?
I'm dead.
Okay.
Wow, we're really getting in here.
Moving this right along. There was also recently the verdict, the Tory Lanez verdict. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Clink, clink.
Send that nigga to jail that way.
What are our thoughts on that? Do you think justice was served? A lot of people in the beginning and still to this day don't believe Meg. But do you think justice was served? Did he get like a...
Just still on that. That's...
what? Oh, that's a meme.
I know, but the way y'all just did that and then moved on. You're like, that's been served. Anyway, so how do you feel about that? The transition was so clear. I just watched all of that on YouTube because my thing when I'm making my breakfast is I just keep clicking on YouTube and allow it to go in a spiral. And that was one of the, gratefully I was educated on this before coming on today. It must be so fucking traumatizing for Megan Thee Stallion. Like, to have your fucking foot shot all of a sudden from your friend.
Yeah.
I don't know who sued who. I know we were trying to figure out before, so I can't really say. But, I mean, do I think he deserved it? Yeah. I mean, if you're that reckless with a gun, you do this to anybody else.
If you're that reckless with the gun, if you're putting up the lie for it for that long, like, if anything, like, okay, I shot sis in the foot. It wasn't even all the way down to, like, it was an accident. The gun went off, whatever the case. I don't know. I wasn't there. But, like, it was done. Like, yeah. But then people are like, well, didn't they say, like, Megan ran or something? She
ran.
She had, like, she was able to, like, still walk on it or whatever. Or, like, that's how people were saying, like, well, maybe they were, like, the bullet grazed her or whatever the case.
That doesn't matter. The bullet not matter. Was going after her specifically.
Okay.
Whether it grazed or not, girl.
I don't give a damn. This shit still made contact. And even if it was still pointed my way, once again, send that nigga to jail.
I think Megan made a statement or somebody made a statement. I think it was Megan specifically, but I think there would have been a lot of grace, as you just said a second ago, if he would have said sorry and acknowledged it and said, I fucked up. I don't know where I was.
Yeah.
Messy place. I'm sorry.
Well, he tried to like rectify everything now by like
now though
with his lawyers trying to like say, can he be released like on probation and go to like a substance abuse thing? And then he also got letters from Iggy Azalea and did I say her name right?
No, but I saw the Iggy Azalea thing. Yeah, because that's his baby mama, right? Wait.
No, she has a baby by Playboy Cardi. But anyway,
I know my information, everybody.
She wrote a letter, and then also Mario, the R&B singer, wrote a letter to the judge, like asking for a fair sentence. And a lot of the talk has been like, does he get like a huge maximum, or is 10 years too much? Do you think 10 years is enough? I feel like if somebody tried to shoot me or tried to shoot my loved one, I would want them
in jail for life.
Yeah.
I feel that from you. You give me that energy. You give me that lock them the fuck up, throw the kid away, don't even feed them. Like
he did what he did.
I don't know her.
What do I need to say?
I don't know her.
On the stand. But you did it, right? You were there. That is very
girl. I'd be limping all the way. I'd be limping until he got sentenced.
But shout out to Meg because she took a lot of slack, where just as I said, like people did not believe her.
Flack, not slack.
Oh, flack. And people didn't believe her, unfortunately.
Like I'm just trying to be cute. Flacky.
Wrong word. But people didn't believe her, and that fucking sucks. So now it's like, now with him being charged, I hope everyone holds weight to like claims that these things go on just because like they're stars or whatever. Like they still got real chaotic shit going on behind the scenes too.
This is making me want to talk about a topic I know you're gonna bring it up, so I'm just gonna shut up.
Are you sure?
Lizzo.
Oh, were we gonna bring up Lizzo?
Okay, we weren't. We felt like by the time
you want to talk about it? We can talk about it.
Yeah, but
we because this is just my first of all with the accusations specifically about Lizzo. They're just so clear and so well detailed that there is just no way in my mind they're not true.
I literally have no comments about this until like everything goes to trial.
All I have to say is that with any situation, just like how we had this whole Megan and Tory thing and all that, like there's always some truth. Whether like it's all false or whatever, or all true, there's some truth to this. Were people eating bananas out of pussies? I don't know.
Possibly. Probably.
That's a little nuts.
but
I would have did it.
You would have done it?
I would have not complained. Oh, you want to do that, Lizzo?
You haven't even done step one to eat a pussy yet.
You know what? It's on my bucket list.
Gays are wild.